whoever you are, wherever you are, hope you are blessed and doing safe. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings, family. Of course, I'm tuning in. You see me without the glasses off today, but if you're looking for some opportunities, particular advertisement opportunities, then look no further at the link at the bottom to my email address. You can hit me up for advertisement opportunities. We are supporting and promoting your businesses here on this channel. You can also, if you would like to donate and subscribe to our Patreon, a link is at the bottom as well. So you have multiple ways in which you can advertise with the platform by emailing me when we go on through our live stream. You also have access to premium content, those that want to see premium content that you will not find here on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, as I am suspended probably by now. You guys can check out the Patreon at link at the bottom. But advertisement opportunities, definitely email me, gavin.grich1@gmail.com for rates. And for the Patreon, it is the same as the YouTube channel. It is channel gboot2786. All right, I'll holla. Peace.
At this point, around 4:40 this morning, we received a 911 call about a shooting that happened here in the parking lot behind me on McKinley and Fowler. What we have learned, and again, this is all very early in the investigation, is that 2 cars were shot at. 4 people were shot in total as a result of this. 3 of them were transported to hospitals, and 1 was pronounced deceased here on the scene. So we are working to learn what led up to the shooting, motive. You can see behind me, a lot of officers are here. They are talking with witnesses. They are looking for video as it pertains to the shooting. As far as the people that are at local hospitals, we are working to get an update on their condition. It seems like they will survive their injuries, but again, that's very early in the investigation. Those are really the details that I have at this point as we're unfolding and getting updates. I'll take a couple of questions for what I can say.
Were these guests at the hotel, do you know, that were staying here with some kind of beef or rivalry?
At this point, it's part of the investigation, but it seems that they might have been coming here to the hotel to get a room.
Can you say anything about the guests that were staying in the hotel? Did they have to be evacuated, or were they told to stay in place after the incident this morning?
Part of the investigation, I don't think so, because of what time it happened. At this point, guests are waking up and we're updating them and we're assisting them with anything that they need assistance with at this time. But it didn't happen inside the hotel; it was in the parking lot.
And so, do you know how many suspects there were? How many people had guns?
Part of the investigation, we're hoping to be able to figure that part out, as well as get a description of the suspects so that we can get that information out to you. But I can tell you that there are cameras here, and our officers are working to view all of the cameras and talk with people, who might have seen anything or heard anything. I think that's the biggest thing at this point. We always say it, but in cases like this, it really does make the difference. If you saw something, if you heard something, any little detail can help us figure out what happened here this morning.
Should the people in this hotel or around this area feel at risk in any way?
Well, officers are here specifically to assist them, walk them to their cars, talk to them about what happened and any concerns. So we're definitely working on that part separate from the active investigation that's going on. I know it can be concerning to, be a guest and wake up and see crime scene tape, but we have it isolated to this parking lot area as far as the investigation, and we'll do whatever's necessary to make sure that guests are updated, informed, and feel safe.
And are they allowed to go into their hotel rooms?
Yes, police are escorting them in and out and just assisting them.
Okay. Y'all got anything else?
No.
All right. We'll keep you updated. Thank you.
What's going on, family? Welcome to another edition. I'm gonna put the music back on of Random Topic Sundays, the hottest live stream in the cosmos of YouTube, social media, all over. We're talking about, sadly, the untimely passing of a 26-year-old who celebrated killed on his birthday by the name of Julio, a young man I am not familiar with. I'm being honest. Damn. I'm not trying to make fun of the dead, but that is not a pleasing picture. But let's start over. But nevertheless, I'm sad to hear of his passing, especially somebody that's young, still has life, and to do so at the age of 26 on his birthday of all things. His mother and his father are going to be living with that. If he has children, they're going to be dealing with that. It's unfortunate. I didn't know who Julio is. I have no, I honestly don't listen. I listen to hip hop, but I can't tell you who's who. Some people I can, because I've been so dissatisfied with stuff with the industry, but according to NBC News, Julio is from Jacksonville, and his real name is Charles Jones. Was shot and sent to, I won't say killed, but I will say he was sent to the shadow realm. According to the police reports, They were called to a hotel in uptown Tampa, which you saw as the Holiday Inn, a few hours before sunrise, having received reports of a shooting. Upon arrival, they found two vehicles that had been shot at in the parking lot. One, who was identified as Charles Jones, that's Julio's real name, was pronounced deceased, according to the Tampa Police Department. The three additional victims are in stable condition and being treated at the hospital. Police said officers are still investigating the motive for the shooting and working to identify individuals involved. Jones was celebrating his birthday the night of the fatal shooting, according to footage he posted on Instagram. The 26-year-old rapper, who has over 1 million followers on this platform, shared a video advertising a pool party Saturday evening. He told his followers to direct message him for the address. Well, right there was his first mistake, because now at that point, he actually has given everybody a location. Now, I don't know much about the brother, but let me just say this, guys. Hold on. Let me put the music back on. If you are in or about this life, things have the same. And I've seen clips of his music. If you're about that life, this is in general, you don't have to tell everybody your business, what you are and what you're doing. And I think that's one of the downsides of social media. Everybody is taking pictures and videos for attention and telling everyone where they are. Where they're going to be at. And it's a shame. Because what happens then is when you do that, your enemies know where you are. It's just like the people who come back and say, oh, I'm going on vacation. Put on Facebook, I'm going on vacation in the Bahamas for a week. Holler at me when I get back. Well, right there, you told the police officers. Are you telling, not the police officers, you're telling the public what's going to happen, where you're going to be at. And once you do that, somebody breaks into your home, takes your stuff, and you're going to act surprised. Well, wait, what the hell they got me like this? It's over. Now, Bijou Cosell says rapping was his second job. His main job was serial killer. Dude had claimed the number he murders 10 humans. Like I said, I don't follow and I don't know, but if you're part of that life, especially when you're talking about gangster rap, which now as a kid, you didn't see it. When you were a kid and you were thinking about it, you didn't see what your parents and grandparents were talking about, how they were going out against hip-hop, why they had such an issue with it. You see why. You see why. So, according to his attorney, Louis Tusco says that Jones relocated to the Holiday Inn after he was kicked out of an Airbnb. And he tweeted, this is one of his last tweets. It says, best birthday era ever. Appreciate everybody who pulled up. We turned up till we couldn't no more. See, he has over nearly 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. At the time of the shooting, he's been making music since 2015. Now, somebody had put this out about him, and I was reading or listening to this video that was posted. Hold on. So, somebody had this video up. I had I type foolish and folio. So somebody had this video up, and this clip was circulating. So this is one. I take it one of the. So this is video of one of the cars allegedly where he was shot up at, where the incident took place. Hold on. That's the scene. See, it's surrounded. So that is. It looks like a hotel. It might be the Holiday Inn where the police officer was reporting. And this is the diss track. Oh, I'll see if I can play it.
Pay attention, I'm tired of the acting, I'm tired of the game. Fuck, I got hit in the head, he tried to swim at the pool.
Wait, I don't want a copyright strike. You'll get that from me from the dead, but let's see if I can mute it. So,
Going to school, quiet down in the suburbs, remember that shit hit the news. Talk about hitting the top, down, he still had a tool. So that boy was a fighter, but he got lit like a lighter. When shot died, get boy, I heard it felt like a title. Hey, I heard Limbo was flying, he died with shot like a title. Hey, Sean Dell got kidnapped, he should pay like a Bible. Epic Pendo died together, I'm smoking smash forever. I still die here, feather. Heard they call Nate and they stress, put that hot shit in their life. Lil' Sugar died on the bike. On time, used to be home, but I'm still smoking no mic. Mom died on sick, say they told a bitch ass to listen. Kobe got kidnapped, how the fuck a grown man go missing? Every time he was snitching, either way he was gonna get it. I'm smoking my old cousin, goddamn I'm hiding with it. Can't forget 23, 1 and 4 in the backseat. Hey, ain't only one survivor, that nigga blessed you ask me. And he still trying to beat. Remember you lost 3? Hey, Rollo died with an FN, why the fuck he ain't shoot his heat? You play, then you gon' lay on big 23K. Bust the ass, tried to duck in his ass, still throw one to the face. Bouncing out with that K. Rest in peace to Kendrick. Hey, Curtis homeboy killed a leak and try to run and he
said crystal meth. Well, you know, look, I don't know what.
We know what this
I don't know
is.
anything about the guy in particular. I'm an attorney. I'm not a drug. I don't check his blood. You haven't checked his blood. I don't know what he is. He could be on something. I don't know. And you say this from crystal meth. That's not a drug I've seen typical. Crystal meth is not a drug typically seen or smoked. And I'm playing on this that I've seen, especially dealing with young black men. Typically, that's something that deals with. So that's something typically I see white folks smoking. You said pupil enlargement only occurs from medication. Yeah. But it can't just be, may not be just crystal meth. How do you know that? See, that's why we have 100 dead bodies in the hood in the U.S. every day. Because I live in the hood. No, how do you know what's in his system? Is the point that I'm getting. I'm beyond that. The fact is, regardless of what's in his system or what he's rapped about, he's lost his life. Everybody is dealing with this shit everywhere. So I don't, and look. Everybody's dealing with stuff with violence. It's everywhere. Even here in New Orleans, we have it. You got it in DC, you got it in Los Angeles, you got it in New York. Crime is everywhere. And unfortunately, what we had here, somebody lost his life. 3 other individuals who were around him also got injured. So, of course, I'm never happy to see anything like that. You know, I couldn't understand a word he was saying either. I thought the music, yeah, you and me both, Danielle. I wasn't impressed with it. I saw him one video. He was actually dancing or making music around a cemetery and grave. So when you have a lifestyle, if you live it like that, be prepared because it can bite back. Now, I don't know the circumstances of his death and who did what. Obviously, that's something the police are going to investigate. This is one. So this is one Yeah, so that's just the video I saw. That's a clip of one of the things where he's dancing around a grave. And
Hey,
where he was
the
giving his
pool party
address.
start today at 5, 6 o'clock. If you already got the address, pull up, man. You got the address, pull up. If you need the address, DM me right now. The pool party start at 5, 6 o'clock. DM me for the address of DM Fulio Booking ESPN.
You don't
Right
even
here.
look like you live in the
Got
hood.
me
What the fuck are
drinking,
you talking about? No,
I
hold on
don't
a
even
second.
drink,
I could tell you what, if you don't like what I say, you can get off the goddamn channel. You can get off the channel.
You must have a chaser.
You know every damn thing. I just help. You say you're not trying to start shit, but you do some passive aggressive crap. All good. Hey, go with your usual defense. Bye. Well, I'll do it for you. I'm sorry, but I don't usually ban or put people out. But shit, get the hell out if you don't like what I have to say. Your avatar look like you got it was from the face down. You look like a white girl. I know what you look like. I know I haven't been to Jacksonville, Florida, so I don't know what's going on. I said, yeah, it's everywhere. I didn't say I'll defend his behavior. Tell him to get. All right, I'm sorry about that, y'all, but shit, I just hate when I'm talking and you're putting up 30, and it looked like a bot. You put up 40 comments, 30 comments. I wasn't disagreeing with you because I think, yeah, he could have been. I'm not there. I don't know the facts. Yeah, that stuff typically happens, but nobody's blaming or saying that the guy is a good person or anything. But even if he was, it doesn't mean, obviously, what happened to him was right. Yeah, just a stupid ass bitch. I don't care about her. Just get off. Yeah, I'm not for people that disagree with me. I'm, as an attorney, first of all, it's not a defense of anybody. I don't defend criminal conduct or behavior, and obviously, it looks like he was engaging in that. And yes, a lot of these rap. If you heard the first thing I said that a lot of these rap. I said I understand what my parents and my grandparents were talking about when we were coming up as kids in the 90s, when they were trying to keep us away from hip hop, why they didn't like it, what was the issues they have. You see why? Because they always told us they felt that the music had a negative impact on black people, on young black men. And so I stand by it. And I am saying I understand what my grandparents, what our friends, what our elders were talking about because They were fed up. They saw something we didn't see as kids because you're not thinking about that. You don't think of that stuff until you actually witness it with yourself. And as I've gotten older, I see what they were referring to. Uh, they likely will, and maybe they might. Justice is slow. It is a slow moving wheel. They may eventually find these killers. And yeah, I don't doubt Jack. I've never been to Jacksonville, and just by that performance, I probably never. I probably won't. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I think I'll make it to Jacksonville. Jacksonville actually, and I don't have a negative impact. And I want my family in Jacksonville. I don't want them to get mad. I noticed that Jacksonville actually at a couple of years ago was like one of the fastest growing uh, cities for Black people. Yeah, I don't even. I mean, like I said, I couldn't name rappers or anything like that. And speaking of rappers, did y'all see this thing that's going around about Sexy Red? There's I don't even know how to put it. There is of all this music is garbage. Her Ice Spice, Glorilla. I don't listen to them. I don't know where they came from, and that's the thing. Where do these people come from that you've never heard out of the blue? You could say it's hard work, maybe so, but did they have somebody looking out for them too in this industry, in this business? Because I find that many, I find especially now, the artists that we see today that are getting that push, that, and by push I mean have, for instance, number one album on Billboard, having a number one single, uh having their songs played on the radio every hour. I mean, I've heard songs. I remember that song "Boot Up" by Ellie Ma, and it's a good song. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm not knocking her, but Ellie Ma had a a video song "Boot Up" is played so often more. I'm just curious, whatever happened to whatever happened to the old school artists? Why aren't they putting out new shit? I always wonder that. But it turns out, good evening, Cece, that a lot of those artists still make music, they still produce things, but they are not pushed by the industry anymore as the industry is going for this. But you got to remember, when we do not control, blacks do not control the music industry. And so I put this question: is it hard work or is it an industry plant with her? Because there's this video. I don't get shocked by this, and I'm not even going to play it, but go ahead and look at this video, this clip here. This is a picture of it. Somebody got black because they uh, called out Sexy Red for this, but there's a video of her. It's blocked over there where she's in the White House, and the way the video is screened, if you watch it, is that she is actually getting has a white man performing a sexual act on her in the White House. Now, her lyrics have always been provocative, and yeah, I like Boot Up too, Danielle. But my point is that that's all they were playing. That's all the song. That focus, I can tell you all the songs that they played. They even playing "No Guidance" by Chris Brown. That's played all the time on WYLD here in New Orleans. And I'm just wondering, where are the new artists? How do they judge and put singles out? What's the push? The industry pushes that out. Now that's not a knock against Chris Brown, but my point is that when they want something to put out and they want to push, they can do so. So if an old school artist wanted to put something out, they could do it. The fact is, they're not interested in doing it. If they wanted to put something positive out, then they're not going to do that. But that's so I find that Sexy Red is an industry plant, in my opinion, because she certainly, to me, she's not. I mean, they brought her out. I remember Tariq Nasheed had did a video about her. He said the same thing. How they brought her out for a country. I think she came out at an event with country music folks, and they had her out there twerking and stuff like that. So it's clearly a setup that they have with these people, that they have with her. Yeah, same thing with this guy Fulio. I mean, look, like I said, I didn't know too much to even comment on him. I obviously wanted to comment on it today because that was a trending topic when I'm talking about Fulio. That was enough. Some people know who he is, and that was a trending topic uh, here in social media. And like I said, it doesn't. His murder, obviously, if he was involved in some type of gang, let's say gang activity, then there's no doubt he's obviously going to get. Ooh, hello. You reap what you sow. That's what it seems like. I just don't know enough of the facts. That's why I have to be cautious with stuff. So if you get offended by that, then tough. Go somewhere else. But yeah, do y'all think, if you think she's an industry plant, give me a thumbs up, because I'm talking about Sexy Red. Because this is also Black Music Month. And speaking of music, I gotta show something else too. So I'm gonna put our Black music Month moment up for today, June 23rd. Our Black Music Month, ladies and gentlemen. Our moment we're talking about today. I should have done this earlier. I didn't get a chance to. But today, we're talking about Isaac Hayes and Dave Porter. Now, I had the opportunity to actually speak to David Porter via email, and he gave me some great advice he gave me some great advice on how writing songs. But for today, let's talk about who David Porter and Isaac Hayes are. Now, of course, if you've been living under a rock, or you just were born, if you've never heard Shaft theme song, if you never heard Hold On I'm Coming, or I'm a Soul Man, or I Thank You by Sam and Dave, then obviously something is wrong with you, and I question your black card. Because David Porter and Isaac Hayes laid the soundtrack for multiple artists at Stax Records and made them a powerhouse. Together, they've written, at least David Porter and Isaac Hayes have written at least 1,700 songs. Now, of course, we know that Isaac Hayes was the composer of the famous Shaft theme song. Uh, We also know he was chef on South Park. But before all of that, and before he was even known to us, he was actually making hits at Soulsville for Stax, right in Memphis, Tennessee. And he was the reason that Stax, he and David Porter, as well as the artists like Otis Redding for sure, Carla and Rufus Thomas and others, that kept Stax in the black. One of the first songs that they, now with Mr. Porter, he was actually a singer. That's how he started out. His debut single was Farewell, and he earned some local recognition. But later on, he would become a successful songwriter and producer. He worked across the street from Stax Records and the satellite record shop at Big D Grocery, greeting customers as a bagger. While routine trips to the upstart musical hub of his neighborhood, he'd hoped to try his hand at writing songs for its budding talent. It would be Estelle Axton who took a keen liking to Porter's persistence and a distinct interest in his ambitions, encouraging him to draw inspiration from best-selling rhythm and blues music popular with customers in the satellite shop. And he had an opportunity to write with Marvel Thomas and Steve Cropper, who was one of the MGs in Booker T and the MGs. Of course, we know who brother Isaac Hayes is, who graduated from high school when he was 21 years old. And part of that was because as a child from a poor family, he actually had to work. So he wouldn't let he delayed his graduation education so he could support his family. And under the direction of Floyd Newman, Hayes would become a pianist on the bandstand at Plantation Inn, one of the area's premier nightclubs. So both he and Hayes, I'm talking about Dave Porter and Hayes, dreamed of top charting success, and they wanted to rival Holland, Dozier, and Holland, who were the Motown songwriters. As such, they found success when they wrote How Do You Quit Someone You Love for Carla Thomas, but then they teamed with Sam and Dave and wrote songs such as I Take What I Want, You Don't Know Like I Know, and they struck again with You Got Me Humming. However, it would be their live wire #1 Billboard R&B hit, Hold On, I'm Coming, that would kick down the door of soul stardom and introduce the Stax sound to the relative ubiquity that it still enjoys today. So thank you. I thank you when something was wrong with my baby, and Soul Man was some of the songs that they wrote uh, together. Now, Soul Man was inducted into the National Recording Registry of the Library of Congress, and both Hayes and Porter were inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. So, what screwed up Stax, of course, was Atlantic Records was the distributor for Stax Records, and around that time, as you know, in 1967, I think it was in 67, Otis Redding's plane crashed. And unfortunately, with his death, Atlantic got all the rights to Otis Redding's music. And as such, Otis Redding was the one who kept Stax in business. Primarily, and it's not a knock against the other artists, but he at one point was outselling the Rat Pack. He sold more albums than Dean Martin in 1965. Did you also know Otis Redding? And I have to do another Black Music Month on him. Did y'all know that Otis Redding actually, he and James Brown were about to set up their own record label? I talked about that in one of my Unsolved shows when I did the anniversary on Sam Cooke and Otis Redding's death, their mysterious deaths, and I talked about that. But yeah, we honor today Isaac Hayes and David Porter for their work with Stax Records. This is your Black Music Moment. Ladies and gentlemen, there's Isaac Hayes to the left and Dave Porter to the right. So we honor them today. Yeah. I had a chance to email and talk to him because I was Mr. Porter, because I wanted to know how do you make it in a business and songwriting advice, and he gave me some tips. And he just told me don't outthink yourself, and he told me don't outthink yourself. He said nothing has changed from the 60s. People like simplicity. They like the stuff that you've that's worked back then. He said he couldn't talk to me because he's busy, but he hoped to share that with me via email. So I thanked him, and it did help because I was able to write a couple of songs, although I didn't make any money from it, and that's another thing. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. Yeah, I like Isaac Hayes too. I love Isaac Hayes. His son, not so. I'm not so sure on. I saw Dwan B and him, Isaac Hayes the third. They were going back and forth over some stuff on X. Dwan is my man, but yeah, I know. I was following Isaac Hayes the third at one time. Isaac Hayes the third is a Isaac Hayes the third is a music producer, but I think the issue they were going back and forth was because they didn't have it had something I can't even remember. I'd be lying to y'all. I know he blocked him. Isaac Hayes the third blocked him. And y'all, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. It's my computer. There we go. Okay. Did y'all hear about this? Okay, so what I was gonna say was today I got this notification, and I'm gonna show this video. But supposedly, did y'all see this? Not supposedly. Drake is seen dancing to "They Not Like Us." He was performing at a concert, so we were staying in the realms of music since it's a music day. I want y'all to check this out. So Drake apparently was going along with the song. Hold on. They Not Like Us. Did y'all see this? Hold on. If you can't beat them, join them, huh? It's the motto. Drake is. All right. Yeah, Drake was feeling. Yeah, Drake ain't got no comeback to that. Drake has no comeback to that. I'm sorry, I keep pausing it now just because my computer keeps freezing on me. So while I'm trying to fix it and see what's working while it's doing that, I'm quiet. So that's what's going on. Wait, I'm not ignoring y'all. Yeah, Drake's got no comeback to it. And yeah, keep doing this shit. I'm gonna have to update. I'm gonna have to get a new computer, y'all, just strictly for streaming. Get some other stuff. Definitely want to get a studio update. Gotta update everything. Make sure you guys smash up the likes. Yeah, Drake's tapped out. Make sure y'all hitting that like, share, and subscribe button. And if you're not, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. YouTube has us on a shadow ban. So go ahead and do that. And please donate to the Cash App, Zelle, or PayPal at the bottom. Dun. I love that beat. I love that beat, man. I gotta write. I'm definitely gotta put some new music out, y'all. Speaking of music month, I've been swamped overwhelmed. I know I keep saying that it's a matter of just finding the time to do things. It's not easy when you got a 9 to 5, but you gotta find time to do it because it's gotta be done. You know, life doesn't stop. One thing we're not promised on this earth is time. There's one thing we're not promised on earth is time. Yeah, we're not given that. So, whatever dreams you want to accomplish, whatever you want to do, go out and do it. You want to buy a new house, a new car? If you got the money for it, try and buy it. Even if you ain't got the money for it, I usually tell people buy smart, but life is short. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or the next minute. So yeah, go ahead and buy what you want, man. Do what you can. Enjoy stuff. Enjoy life, man. Do what you can. I see that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, they're playing again right now. I wonder what the score with that is. Trying to find the video. I'm trying to find it, but I gotta reach out to Dwan. I haven't spoken to him in a while. But yeah, I know he and Isaac Case the third were going back at it. I can't see what it was, but yeah. They definitely got some agency going on. But yeah. Yeah, and they're still going in because they say Caitlin Clark was hitting some threes and so forth. Let's see. I don't want to play the video because they'll put me with a copyright strike. Can't believe you get a copyright strike. I got one for showing a W. Wasn't even a video. It was a clip from somebody else's phone. And they put a copyright strike, YouTube, on me for content with the NBA. And it was taken from somebody else's phone, which was the trip. That was a trip. Okay, so Angel Reese's team won today by 1 point. Yeah, the Sky put up. I wonder what they're gonna say. Like Angel Reese tried to clip Caitlin Clark in her pinky toe. Hold on, she actually has something to say about the game. Let's see if y'all can hear. I won't share the video, but let's see if y'all hear the audio. So we'll put the audio up. Hold on. So she had 25 fair use, by the way.
Well,
She had
and you
25 points
personally
tonight.
started the run that won this game. How do you find this in you each and every time to be such a winner?
I'm a dog. You can't teach that. I'm gonna go out and do whatever it takes to win, and every single night, my teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy, even if we're down, even if we're up, that's what I do.
Well,
She does lead she does lead them in turnovers. They're trying to make excuses for her. I mean, look, it's a team game. Yeah, the girl missed the pass. She should have had it. They've had a couple of them, but yeah, she had 17 points, 13 assists, 6 rebounds, 4 steals. She was 5 from 9 from the 3-point range. And they're talking about, look how X has this written. Caitlin Clark showcased her exceptional passing skills during a WNBA game, highlighted by her impressive assist count and ability to create scoring opportunities for her teammates. Despite her teammates' occasional shots and turnover sessions, she could have, oh, they want this white girl. She forget being the female Steph Curry. That's what they called her. They want her damn near to be Michael Jordan. I'm convinced of that. They haven't had a white girl that can play basketball, I guess, good with some black women against mostly predominantly black lesbian league. And they're happy that they got one, supposedly. I did hear about the choir director who passed. Yes, unfortunately, the choir director for Southern who passed away. His name was he's not the choir director, he was the band director. Oh, I don't know the name of these people. I haven't followed Southern stuff in a long time. Mr. Lloyd, yeah. Yeah, Charles Lloyd died. Yeah, they know what it was. The cause of death. I don't know. Well, look, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I wasn't gonna be too long on here. It was kind of informal. I had just actually gotten back in town. I didn't know if I was gonna do a live, but I said I would come on just to be consistent, y'all. So look, we're gonna get this thing rolling. We're gonna get out of here. Y'all make sure you please, if you can, donate to the Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle. And I will see you on the next one. Be one, be safe, and be blessed. I'll holla. Peace.